Kevin and his family were on their way to attend his uncle's wedding. It was a long journey through the hills at night, and they had a driver to take them there. The winding roads were quiet, with only the sound of the car's engine and the distant calls of night creatures echoing through the mountains. Kevin, a 14-year-old boy, sat in the back seat with his parents, watching the dark landscape pass by. The journey was peaceful until, suddenly, the driver slammed the brakes with all his strength. The car skidded to a stop just inches from the edge of the cliff. Everyone in the car gasped. Kevin's father shouted, "What happened? Were you falling asleep?" The driver, still breathing heavily, shook his head. "No, sir. I wasn't sleepy at all. I was watching the road, but for a moment it looked like the road was straight ahead. Then all of a sudden, I realized there was nothing in front of us but a drop." A cold chill ran through the family. It was as if an illusion had tricked the driver into almost driving them off the cliff, but at least they were safe. Just then, an old, thin man with a creepy smile and a walking stick appeared out of nowhere. He approached them slowly and said in a raspy voice, "Oh dear, you almost had an accident. You must be tired. Why don't you come rest at my house? It's not far from here, inside the forest." Kevin's mother exchanged nervous glances with her husband. The way the old man had suddenly appeared was unsettling. Something about him didn't feel right. "No, thank you," Kevin's father said firmly. "We'll be on our way." The old man's smile didn't fade, but his eyes darkened. "Suit yourselves," he whispered before turning away and disappearing into the forest. Feeling uneasy, the family quickly got back in the car and continued their journey. After a couple of hours, they finally reached the wedding venue. But as soon as they stepped out of the car, something felt off. The entire wedding was silent. Guests stood motionless, staring at the night sky. The bride and groom, dressed in their wedding attire, were among them, completely still, their eyes fixed on the darkness above. Kevin shivered. "What's wrong with everyone?" His father walked up to the groom and shook his shoulder. "Hey, what's going on?" But the groom didn't respond. Nobody did. It was as if they were frozen in a trance. Then, from the corner of their vision, they saw movement. The same old man from before stepped forward, smiling wider than before. His eyes gleamed in the dim light. "I told you to rest," he said, his voice sending shivers down their spines. "But you didn't listen. Now you will rest here forever." His face twisted into something monstrous. His grin widened unnaturally, revealing sharp, decayed teeth. The family and the driver didn't wait another second. They ran for their lives. They jumped into the car and sped away. The road stretched endlessly before them. They kept driving and driving, but strangely, night never turned into morning. It was as if they were stuck in an endless loop. Panicked, Kevin's mother pulled out her phone and called her mother. "Mom, you won't believe what happened last night on that road," she said urgently. Her mother's voice was calm but firm. "Listen to me carefully. This happens sometimes on that road. It's haunted. There's a spirit that creates illusions to make travelers lose their way or kill themselves. That's why the driver saw a straight road where there was none. And that wedding, that was another illusion meant to trap you forever." Kevin's mother's hands trembled. "What do we do?" "There's only one way to break the illusion," her mother said. "You need to wake up from it, just like waking up from a dream. Slap yourselves hard or pinch yourselves, and chant this mantra I'm about to tell you. It will protect you." The family and the driver did exactly as she instructed. They slapped themselves hard, and the moment they did, the world around them shifted. The endless night disappeared. Suddenly, the golden rays of dawn filled the sky. They had escaped. Shaken but relieved, they continued their journey. This time, they finally reached the wedding, where their real relatives greeted them warmly. Kevin and his family never spoke of that horrifying night again, but they made a promise to themselves. They would never travel that road at night ever again. Everyone in their family knew of the dangers of that road. Everyone except them. But now, they would never forget, and they would never return after dark. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more thrilling tales. I also write novels in different genres like sci-fi, fantasy, and horror. If you'd like to check them out, click the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more exciting stories.